Hey, welcome back to another episode of Tune Quest. Today we're looking at Second Nature by Clairo. Let's get straight into it with the piano part, which goes like this. Okay, so this is a very funky piano part, and let's start with this, because this is also teaching us the chord progression of this tune, which is pretty much consistent throughout, okay? So this is what we call a 2-5-1 progression. If you don't know what a 2-5-1 progression is, it's the most versatile chord progression. It's super powerful, and if you learn it in all 12 keys, you will unlock so many possibilities, because this chord progression is throughout all of music. So I'll explain it to you now. We're in the key of D major. Okay, so this is our home bass chord and where we are going to with this progression. So we start on the 2 chord, right? So in the key of D major, the 2 chord is an E minor. Now, Clairo uses 7th chords, and typically when we play a 2-5-1, they tend to be with 7 chords, at least certainly in jazz music, right? So what that means is we're going to add the 7th extension to the chord at hand. So the chord at hand here is an E minor, so we're going to add the minor 7th to this chord, okay, which is D, right? It's a whole step down from the root. The root is E, so you go down a whole step. So essentially we've just got a G major triad in the right hand, octaves in the left hand, right? And then we go to the 5th chord in the key of D major, which is A major. And here we're just going to play a standard A major, right? A major triad, octave in the left hand. And then we're going to land on our 1 chord, which is D major, okay? Now, I've just got a F sharp minor triad in the right hand, right, which is built from the 3rd of D major. That's another hack that you can use to find your 7th chords, right? To create a major 7 chord, just create a minor triad built from the 3rd, okay? Simple as that. And then there's this kind of like this chromatic walk-up thing where it goes, it moves chromatically from D to D sharp, going back to our E. I know that sounded strange out of context, but when you're playing it in the groove, it doesn't really matter. It makes it sound pretty cool, actually. Okay, so essentially we're just going to play octaves in the left hand. You can see that. Like, octaves are the most versatile. It's just such a powerful thing that you can play in the left hand, especially when you're getting started, like songwriting and improvising and things. So essentially, we want this groove in the right hand to be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nice bouncy rhythm, okay? So you don't want to hold these notes for too long. You want them to kind of bounce up with the fingers. Right, so that's the rhythm that you want to have in the right hand. Now in the left hand, you can just get started by highlighting the first beat, right? Like this. That's pretty cool. Do something like that, right? But to have that kind of funky feeling, it's kind of like the syncopated interplay between the hands. So essentially you want to do this, right? Okay, so what timing is that? It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's between the 7 and the 8. That's the syncopation, right? Let me play it really slow. 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that's the rhythm that you want to create. And there you go, that's the piano part. For that chromatic kind of walk-up thing, it's kind of like, it's a little bit different where you go ta, ta, no, it's like ta, ta, something like that, right? It just adds a little bit of contrast, because when you hold something like that and you come back into a groove, it makes it feel even more bouncy, right? Okay, so that's the piano groove. Now let's get into the tune. So we can actually maintain this kind of bouncy rhythm in the left hand by just playing the 7th chords in the left hand. So this would be our E minor 7. And then to create our A major 7, what we're going to do, we're going to keep the pinky there on E, the middle finger there on G, and we're just going to move the top 2 fingers down here to A and C sharp. And this gives us the 5th chord in a dominant form, okay? So this G here is the dominant 7 of A, okay? So E minor going to A major, and then to get the 1 chord, it's as simple as moving the bottom 2 fingers down to D and F sharp, okay? Let's not do that chromatic walk-up thing here. It's not that necessary, okay? So E minor, and again, get that bouncy rhythm, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so that's kind of like the more advanced version. If you want a simplified version, simply you could just play the triads, or you could arpeggiate them like this. A major, D major. It's up to you, however you want to go. Whatever stage you're at. I recommend going this way, because that way you're going to develop some rhythmic and chord language into your fingers and hands, which is awesome. And that's why we're here teaching Tune Quest, because every tune is a quest from which we gain XP and level up as musicians and piano players, right? That's the whole idea. Okay, let me continue. So, the melody goes like this. Okay, so we start on D, B, and then walk up, right? D, E, F sharp, D, C sharp, A. Walk up thing, right? A, B, C sharp, A, B, F sharp. Okay, so that's pretty much it, right? Beautiful. Simplified version also sounds beautiful, right? It's lovely. You could just alternate between these different ideas and make a whole arrangement for yourself. Okay, then we move into the verse, which kind of goes like this. So there's really only one idea here. It's like D, A, D, D, C sharp, and then A, B, E, F sharp. A, B, D, E, F sharp. Yeah, you get the idea, right? So slowly. With the funky thing. Okay, so that's the verse, and then the chorus. Actually, I'll tell you what, there's an interesting chord thing here, where it goes from this D major to this C sharp minor 7 flat 5, so it's essentially C sharp, E, G, B, up to a F sharp dominant. Okay, so F sharp major triad with a dominant 7, which is E, and then that's when it goes into the chorus, which changes the melody. Okay, so we do this walk up thing after the first hit. Okay, so again, the chord progression is the same. So the melody is not that. This little flick thing. And then it walks up again. And then kind of goes to the C sharp. Right? So I'll play the simplified version. Okay? And then here, second nature, right? Second nature, E, E, C sharp. Another thing you could do is this root 5, octave 5 arpeggio to add some bass to these chords. This is kind of like the simplified version if you don't want to play the funky rhythm. Make it sound more beautiful and pianistic, right? So. Sounds beautiful, actually. What am I doing there? I'm just like, the melody is the same, right? But I'm adding extra notes from this chord at hand, which is D major 7. Yeah, so that's essentially how you play the song. So we've looked at a whole bunch of different ways to play the left hand. We've looked at the melody for the verse, the chorus, and the intro. And we've looked at the funky piano groove. So yeah, there's a whole bunch of different elements that you can string together in your own arrangement, explore different things. To finish off this tutorial, without belaboring this video for too long, we're already at 12 minutes, I just wanted to show you how to improvise over this progression. You can take the D major pentatonic scale, which is D, E, F sharp, A, and B. And then back to D. It's a 5-note scale, right? To get started, hold those chords and go up the scale. Just up and down the scale, just to familiarize your hands and fingers and your eyes and ears with the notes that you can improvise with. And then do 2 octaves, like that. It already sounds beautiful, just going up and down. And then start exploring with ideas. Okay, I'm goofing around now. Yeah, do a section of improvising, and then you can come back to the funky piano groove. And then go to that or something. I don't know. Just play around with it, you know. That's what I preach here on this channel. If you've been following any of my other videos, you would know that what we talk about here is creative freedom, you know, being able to just like have fun, make the song your own, you know, express yourself on the instrument. Like, have you noticed there's no sheet music here? It's because this is kind of like the opposite of sheet music, where you decide how to play the tune, not a piece of paper. Okay, a piece of paper ain't gonna tell you how to play the tune. Now, that's not to say that there isn't merit and value to that approach. Of course there is. If there wasn't, then nobody would be using sheet music. But what I'm talking about here is developing creative freedom and improvisation, because that is the core of songwriting and composition. Well, it's one of the cores. Of course, learning sheet music is another way it's just different approaches, okay? But that's kind of the crux of my channel here, at least in my approach. Anyway, I am belaboring the video now. I'm so sorry. I've held you up for so long. I appreciate you watching the video to the end, but so thank you so much. I hope this helped, and I hope you can play this tune and have fun with it. Okay, by the way, if you want one-on-one coaching, guidance, course, whatever, check out the links below. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.